The Minnesota Vikings, are they the ones who can take hold, take that division, get past Green Bay, make a playoff spot, or are they destined for those 9 wins? The best teams in the league, how do they rank? Where are we putting them? We're going to let you know coming right here on Full Time Sport Network presents Through the Table. Oh, yes. Another week, one more week closer to the NFL season. And we get to see what's going on. Preseason's wrapped up. 32-man roster or 53-man rosters, man. So we're getting here. But today, first, what we want to go on, and I'm going to bring in my co-host here on Full Time Sport, Donnie.
What's up, Brit?
Donnie,
Sorry, dude.
doing some
I'm a
Minnesota
little, I'm a
repping
little
here,
annoyed right
huh?
now.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's,
But
it's,
hey,
uh, it's. I know I'm on now, but still, man, of all the things that
right?
can happen right
Yeah,
before they go on.
right. Uh, but hey, we got it done. We're going to
Yeah, I
get
know.
there. And I also want to welcome a member of our full time sport network fantasy football team, a Minnesota Viking fan, Justin, my friend.
He's gotta hit those buttons
Oh,
at the bottom.
okay. Well, when I see you're unmuted, then we'll get to it. So, Dottie, your week, my friend.
Uh,
It's been well. It's been good.
yeah, man. I went to the zoo today with my nephews, actually.
Oh, okay. Cool. It's
But
good morning. It's too early for morning. It's like
yeah,
1 a.m., 1:30 a.m., dude. That ain't the morning yet. That's still nighttime.
depends on who you ask. But what's up, man? But other than that, yeah, it's been good, dude. I mean, nothing to complain about. We're finally getting some rain. It's raining right now, actually.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
Football starts next week,
I
so
I know, and we are gonna get to that.
and we're
Uh,
doing drafts. So fantasy
dude,
let's
our
start
draft
too.
is next week, right?
Yeah,
So what we'll do tonight, we're gonna do a little week one preview. Might as well,
all right. Trying to throw me off guard.
maybe,
I
but
didn't.
no.
I didn't do
Before
any.
that,
Didn't do
what we
any
are gonna
writing
do,
downs on my research about that.
right? No, but what I would like to do right now, we're gonna talk NFL team rankings.
Word.
Now, I've been going through trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
If you start from the bottom, it sounds mean.
Okay, so Houston
But you
or
start from
Atlanta?
the top, then it's like, oh, of course. You give the fat cat all the
Man, I like your
publicity
is
and
that
all the talk
patch
about.
built into that shirt, or did you put that
Do
patch
what?
on? Dang, that's cool, bro.
No, yo, this is yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
fly.
yeah, that's a shirt. I think, oh man, I forget what year. But you know how the NFL does that fatigue edition shirt
Yeah,
every year. This is from, you know, a year back when.
word.
I forget exactly. But anyway, so NFL team rankings, man. Where
Yeah,
you start, where you're looking at the teams most threatening, the teams least threatening. I don't want to call. Let's not start just by slating them in at number 32. Okay, but like, what team here? And it's down to two for me.
the
I can't
last place.
figure out which one. Like, what team do you start off and go like, okay, I'm pretty sure week to week every team's probably better than them. I don't know if they win every week, but this is not a good football team.
Uh, I
Even
mean,
though they have a very exciting tight end, I don't
it's
know
not.
if they're the best team in the league.
Um, I know they're last place for me, man. Uh,
You agree with me here?
I mean, it's them or Houston.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah,
so I kind of it's kind of a
yeah.
coin flip. I mean, Atlanta should be
Y-
better. They got better talent at least on their team, so they should be. But honestly, I think Jacksonville, Houston, Atlanta are going to be right there, kind of fighting for last place almost for that first round draft pick next year.
yeah,
But definitely Houston, Atlanta. I'd like to think Atlanta's going to pull ahead and finish, 30th,
right.
29th. But
So we're gonna mark Houston off here. We're gonna mark Jacksonville off here,
yeah,
and we're marking Atlanta off here.
I mean,
They're
really, I
gonna
think
be
the
bad.
23 through
Yeah.
32 are probably going to be pretty uneventful, except for maybe
I want to throw down in a hat for way down here because the number is irrelevant, really.
yeah.
I would like to throw a team down. I'd like to throw Seattle
I had
way
Seattle
down here.
28. Yeah.
Let's get rid
So
of Seattle here.
I think you can get rid of Seattle, the Giants.
Oh, right. Oh, but who first? Ooh, man, did we get rid of the Giants first or Seattle's not going to be that good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Seattle's going to be worse than
the Giants,
the Giants, I think.
yeah, I have to say so too. Chicago scares me. They could be pretty bad or they could be decent.
The only thing that I can say for Chicago is they're the only team in the preseason that haven't lost a game. So, I mean,
Right.
maybe there's something going on there, but yeah, I still have them. Like, they're 26th for me.
And
Um,
do I get any credit for not mentioning Denver yet?
I mean,
Or did
what
I just
rankings I
blow it?
saw, they had
Did
Denver
I
like
just
top
blow it
five.
now?
Top five is what most of the rankings
That's
I saw.
ridiculous.
I have them just up top 10 just because, but I do
Okay.
think there's other teams I put below them that definitely have the potential to. I mean, really, I think Denver's gonna should finish around, I don't know, 17 or so. But on my rankings, I have them at 11.
All right. So we're taking
I think that Tim
Seattle
Patrick
here.
injury is really gonna set them back.
Yeah.
Well, Russell Wilson managed to get the Seahawks like some wins they shouldn't have done. So maybe with this better team, But everybody acts like Seattle was like the Legion of Boom,
Oh,
like
I
last
mean,
season or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, people. That's it's been like a decade now, yo.
yeah, get out of here. Um,
I really don't
look,
think it starts getting interesting.
Baker is interesting here at 28. What do you think about Carolina?
I have them at 24, but I think 28 is a little too high. I mean, too low for them.
Right,
I do think I don't know, man. I have a feeling like he's going to come out and try his hardest to make sure this team moves. And sometimes, I mean, you shouldn't do things out of revenge, but sometimes that little spark, like I got thrown to the side for a guy that's not even going to be able to play most of the season. Um, just like I was garbage. And the truth is, I mean, they weren't really building a team around him either. It was a run heavy team, and they expected him to excel with no wide receivers. Yeah, you had Beckham, but Beckham wasn't like suited for that system, man. You saw it
right.
right after he got on the Rams, man. He exploded.
So 28, who
I would. Did you already put the Giants down?
okay, yeah, let's go with the G-men right here.
I'd say that, and then maybe Chicago,
Okay.
and then you could probably talk about Carolina or the Jets. I think at this position.
Oh man, the Jets at 25.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, when I wrote it down, that's the
Uh,
exact number I have him as 25. Um, we can put him at 24, but I think once you get past that, man, it's going to be hard.
no, you're right. Like, cause I have here,
I mean,
and
maybe you
that.
could put the Browns right there, but that's just based on
Oh,
some,
holy hell! We forgot about the worst team in the fucking NFL,
at
dude.
least the worst ran team.
Oh,
Did you see that
bro,
interview where
hold
the
on.
GM was like, "We have to give him a second chance."
No, you.
I'm
Oh,
like, they don't give normal
okay.
people without millions of dollars second chance.
No, somebody else gives you the second chance.
You don't get second. I'm
Once you
sorry. Like,
mess
I
up,
understand.
you're done
Like,
there.
I'm not saying I'm like opposed to second chances, but if you violate 32 people, then I'm sorry. You're probably still gonna do that, just more secretly.
Why we? Why should you still have a job with that company
You
that you
shouldn't.
worked
That's what
for?
I'm saying. You can't even get a job at McDonald's as a normal person with that
No
kind of resume.
McDonald's, so you could go all over the country. No McDonald's is gonna hire you.
Yeah, but you can make
So
240 million dollars the next couple years. Oh, sorry, you lost $1 million this year because we didn't freaking write that contract like that on purpose, right? But anyway, I digress. like,
you digress.
I
All
would
right, yeah,
say
hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, 32 was a shit show of Cleveland.
I don't think they're that low.
Yes, they are.
Nah,
Yes, they are because they are
you tell
trash
me
organization.
with
I don't care
Chubb,
where they
Chubb's
really
going to be able to
finished.
propel
I
them
don't
higher than
care where they really
32.
finished. I don't care. They could lose the Super Bowl, and I'll still tell you they're the worst team in the NFL.
I mean, if they win the Super Bowl, you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would have to still.
You really wouldn't.
And
You
I'll
just
tell you,
probably
the
wouldn't talk
NFL is a
about their
shit league. The
victory as
NFL is the
much.
worst league in the world, and if the Browns are going to be winning it,
There's no way the
why
Browns are
do
going to
we
win
even
it,
have
but
this league?
nah, I don't think. I think they'll finish probably around. You could say 25, 24. I think the
Okay,
Jets will be better than the Browns.
I
Uh, you know,
yeah, so do I.
I
Okay.
think Carolina will be better than the Browns. So if you want to put the Browns at 25, then probably put the Jets and Carolina, depending on how you felt about that. But I think
Right.
after we move past that, it's going to be hard to put them any higher, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I get that. Uh,
Even though they made great moves this offseason, it's just
see, yeah, we got Cleveland out of here. Oh, I guess should we be talking about Miami yet?
uh yeah, I mean it's pretty close to where I was in Miami.
Or why haven't we talked about Denver yet? Can we talk about Denver now?
I don't think Denver's going to be that low.
Oh, dude, you're breaking my heart, man. Fine,
I would say it's probably going to be.
fine. We don't have to talk about Denver yet.
You could say, man, maybe Miami then Denver.
We
I
talked
think,
about Chicago, right? Hey, what about
yeah,
Detroit?
I had
Detroit
Detroit
and
pretty low
Washington,
on
man.
mine. I had them 29 on mine, but I was trying to show face for them. But they really should be towards the bottom. I'd
All
say
right.
you could probably put them after the Giants, between the Giants and Chicago, maybe.
Yeah, Detroit has to be on this list already now.
I mean, Swift is good, but I mean,
Oh, dude, man, that team.
Golf is your quarterback, and you want to.
Washington has to be here now too, right?
Yeah, I put uh, Washington, then the Steelers.
Oh, you're throwing down. See, we threw down Carolina. Oh, dude, Arizona has to be here too.
I actually
Eh,
put the Steelers, Washington, and then Arizona. Arizona's 22 on my list, but they'll probably finish. In all honesty, they'll probably finish around 19. So I'd put Washington and the Steelers, and then you could say Arizona. I actually think they're probably gonna do better than. Thing is, everybody's got this big hype about Miami, but I'm not sold on them yet.
I'm
I
not
just,
100%.
I just
Uh,
Tua cannot throw the ball. This
20 San
far.
Francisco. How's that sound?
20 San Francisco. Now I have them much higher than 20.
All right.
I would even though I love them, I put the Saints at 18. You know.
Wait. Oh, should we throw in Miami right here?
Yeah, I put Miami and the Saints neck and neck.
Let's throw
Even though I think
Miami
the
here.
Saints have the potential to be very good, I just see how Michael Thomas does. And if it's
Right.
anything like the preview of the first couple games of last season, uh, then I think they should finish higher. But man, there's these other teams. It's hard for me to put them higher than those teams because they're more of established units. I think.
Right. Uh, throw down San Francisco right here.
No, bro, San Francisco's
Nope,
gonna be
not
closer to
yet.
10,
Okay,
right? All
okay,
right, like
okay.
you,
Let's
you
not throw
gotta,
down
you
San
just gotta
Francisco
let go,
yet.
man. San Francisco is gonna be good.
All right.
They're better than they have been in the past.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you get
So
Washington down already?
yeah, so we're at around 18 right now. Is
Okay.
this where we throw tonight's
Yeah, that's
team in
exactly where I
question?
had them. Is Minnesota around right here?
Minnesota. Yep, this is right because Minnesota, I have gone through and I've looked through, man, because I want this team. I know they're better than what their record's going to be, man. I know it is, but I just can't find the wins.
Uh,
I,
I think there's a lot of stuff that's happening that I think they're gonna need this year to kind of
yeah, see,
solidify
he's
themselves.
right there with you, man. I guess I'm just hating on San Francisco, dude.
I think Minnesota
I'll,
they're
I'll
changing from
accept
four
it.
three to 3-4. You know, got a new head coach, got a new GM, and got some trouble with their. I mean, they've been through 17 right guards in the last 6 seasons, so that's hurting them right there. I
I,
mean, you know, so they got some problem areas. They have really
uncertainty of
good,
Delvin Cook
yeah.
because, like, I
Thielen's
mean,
getting
dude,
older. He's 32 coming into this season, and that's pretty old in football years. Don't get me wrong, I'm 32, but I'm not playing professional football.
right.
So, you know, of
I mean, they
course he
won
can
8
retire
games
after he gets
last
done.
year.
So, and I can't at 32. So, what do I know?
Yeah, they won 8 games last year. Vegas has them at right around that. And I mean, it's not that I would mind Minnesota Love. I don't find Minnesota Love annoying whatsoever.
Yeah, there's actually
But
surprisingly
I
many
just don't.
Minnesota fans in Texas.
But I think a whole bunch. I think a lot more has to go right for them.
Yeah,
Because like just for, I mean, I will try to hold it off talking about them specifically.
yeah.
We'll go more through the rankings here. So we'll get back to Minnesota. I'm sorry. Um, all right. So,
I would think this is where Baltimore is gonna fall. I've seen them pretty high up, but I don't know,
well,
man.
dude,
Did you see that go for? I don't
I
know.
got them 10 around 10 wins, man.
I
I
know,
can't
but
have them all the way down
what
here.
are you on? 15?
Uh 17.
Really?
Yeah.
You put the Steelers and the Saints and Miami and Washington, Arizona,
All
all?
Yep, they're gone.
Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Well, I had Minnesota at 16 on mine. Um,
18 here.
I really have Baltimore at 13. I have Dallas and Vegas between Minnesota and Baltimore. But it's hard for me to say that Dallas is going to fall to that far just because, I mean, they have great talent, but just like the consensus is they have they don't have any fluidity, man. Just they're a bunch of good talents, lonely islands,
So right
not
here,
cohesive. You
this
could
is where you want to get rid of Baltimore.
you could put Denver here just to save
Wait,
face, just to make you feel
we do
better.
have, yeah, Pittsburgh's gone.
I would say maybe
Oh, we can get
Denver.
rid of Denver here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
dude,
think I think
Denver's off the
I
board.
just
Denver's off the board. Oh, dude, that's great.
because I do think I shoot,
Oh,
man. I think Devontae Adams really is going to improve Derek Carr's. Not saying Derek Carr is he's man. I don't want to say bad. He's not
well,
great.
dude,
He's
yeah,
he's mildly consistent, but he really
Well,
hasn't ever had, except for when
he's
he
not
first
good
started.
enough.
Is the team? This will probably be his
That's
best
it.
team that he's
He's
played
not
on. The
horrible.
best Raiders team he's played with.
Yeah, yeah, but he's not good enough. That's not
He's not
mean.
going to take him the distance, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I
So
think this
like
is one of the last years he's going to get a chance to try.
trying to find a nice way to say it is actually more
Because I
mean.
like Derek Carr, but I just
Hey, dude, I'm sure he's a swell
he's
guy,
and he's one of those.
but he's not.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know, man.
he's not a good NFL quarterback. He's one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the world,
Yeah.
but out of those 32, he's he's just not good enough. I
So
mean,
you,
I know we said the same thing about Eli. So if they surrounded him with good enough talent, Derek Carr can win too. Yes. Yes. I'll say that.
well, I think Eli's better than Derek Carr.
Yeah, me too. I saw them
Yeah.
both play in college. Eli is better than Derek
I
Carr.
mean, for a second there, you almost thought Eli was better than Peyton Manning for like those couple years.
I thought Eli was going to be better than Peyton, and I tried to hold on to that for a very, very long time.
Yeah. And I mean, shoot. You know, those Christmases were like, I beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
So
I
did
mean, not that Peyton didn't beat
Peyton
Big
beat him a
Manning.
few times in the
Yeah,
playoffs in the
I
AFC
know.
Championship
That's what I'm
game.
saying. I get that.
So they both have their Brady rings in their possession.
But yeah, I'd say Denver, Las Vegas, in this general area.
16 Las Vegas, because Las Vegas is better than Denver.
Yes.
Right. I mean, we're not going to split hairs here. We did get rid of the Jets. Okay, Denver, Las Vegas.
Hey, you put Jacksonville down like towards the bottom, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I was just making
yeah.
sure. Yeah,
So
I
I'm
think
around the 15 area. Is this where we get rid of Baltimore?
I'd say Baltimore, Dallas, New England are kind of be in this next range of players or teams.
I think Baltimore's better than Dallas.
I don't think
I
so.
think New England's better than both of them.
I do think New England's better than both of them.
Okay.
I
So
think that
13 New England.
the whole organization as a whole is better. I think the talent level is better in Dallas.
Dallas at 14.
I mean, Dallas
Um,
won like how many games last year? Like 10, right?
yeah.
So I mean,
Dude, they win a lot. They won
that's
12.
what I'm saying. They look pretty. They
Should
won
Philly go
blowout
now
games, but
too?
they what?
Should Philly go now too?
I did have Philly around the same area, and then Green Bay.
You have Green Bay now?
Yeah, it's a very unpopular opinion. I saw some of them as high as 3 on Green Bay, but
So you're talking around 11 be Green Bay?
yeah,
I'm cool with that. Ooh, wow. I don't know if I really am. Let's see how this pans out though. I like this. Philly's gone.
and then I think this is where we start
Hold
talking about
on.
San Francisco.
Wait. Wait. This is where you want to talk about San Francisco.
Yeah, around
Oh
this area.
man. 10?
Did you already put down Green Bay?
10?
Yeah,
San Francisco 10?
yeah.
Oh man. We're gonna come back to this, dude.
We can.
Oh.
I mean, I could see San Fran. Yeah, I could see him going as high as 7, but these other teams, I don't know, man. These next
New
couple
England's
ones are just kind
gone.
of like. I know the top 4 have definitely like solidified themselves, and we have
Right.
like 2, 5, 6 or
You want
potential
to throw
contenders.
Indy right here?
This is where actually I have Tennessee, Tampa, Indy 8, 7, 6.
You have oh yeah. So you have Tennessee now?
Yeah,
Okay. No, I think that's right. Tennessee, Indy. Who else you say here?
Um, I had Indy, Tampa, Tennessee
Oh,
right there.
Tampa Bay, all in that 987 area.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Creeping in on the top five, man. Uh, do you have the Chargers here, or are we not talking about them yet?
I have Chargers at 3.
Oh, so we're not talking about them right now.
Nah, the next one would be what Cincy and Kansas for 5 and 4 on my list.
Well, I'm at six,
Okay,
so I forgot about
should you put San Francisco in?
San Francisco's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I know how to figure it out. This is easy. Uh, we're gonna flip the script now. Okay, so who do you have at five?
5. I have Cincy.
You have Cincy at five. I
Yeah,
like Cincy at five. Four.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Then Chargers, Rams.
Oh man.
What?
Say thank you to Foot Moss jumping in there, Minnesota Viking fan. Uh showing up. Happy to be there. Oh yes, thank you, thank you. Uh, No man, every year it is. It really is the most annoying game every year. Is that Dolphin game, dude? Every year. Who's number three? The Chargers.
Yeah.
Who'd I forget then? Who'd you have right outside your top five?
Indy, Tampa, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Then
keep
Green Bay,
naming
Philly,
teams.
San Francisco. Then got like New England, Denver,
All
Baltimore,
right.
Dallas, Las Vegas, Minnesota.
So 2-1. There is probably no debate, no question on how I
I
have
would
these
debate the Chargers
ordered.
could fall. Chargers are going to be an upset
I
team, man. They're
wouldn't
going to
have
be
the
a good team this
Chargers.
year. I had a hard time
I
putting. I
wouldn't have
wanted
the
to put them at
Chargers.
2, but I still couldn't
Yeah.
take that number 1 spot from the Bills just because I think that the Bills just have a little more experience together as a team.
Oh man, I tell you what, dude,
But
you're right about
if there
that.
was a team to beat the Bills this year, other than the Rams, I think it will be the Chargers. I think those
See,
3 teams are going to be very fun to watch this year, those 3 teams. But I am a little worried about Stafford's ability to throw because of his supposed not serious elbow injury
yeah, I'm not bothered by that at
before the
all.
beginning of the season. I just know that I don't know how. I don't think Stafford's got much longer in his career, bro.
I'm not saying he does,
You know,
but yeah, but that's our rankings ish. Is how they come out. So normally our head-to-head matchups will reflect that, but there is momentum, but there is no momentum going into week one. My goodness, Donnie was so close, man.
yeah, we are.
Dude,
We are very
NFL
close.
football, week
Next
one.
Thursday, we will watch the Bills lose to the Rams.
How? Because I am real excited.
It's gonna
Once,
be a good
as
game.
you're
I don't know
more of
who's
a
gonna win.
fan of a sport, right, than you
Yeah,
are a particular team, and we get on just fine. Um, how excited are you for this
I'm excited. I
NFL
think it's going to be a
season?
really good game. I mean, of course, I'm excited about fantasy, um,
Right.
but I think the game itself is
Wait,
it's a
we're
good
not we're not
opening
talking about
game.
a game, the season, bud.
Oh, the season as a
Because you're a
whole,
fan of the game, the
I
sport,
think it's going to be a good
not one
season. I
team.
think there was a lot of big names that went to different teams. It really kind of you're going to see different you're going to see different teams looking a lot different. I think some of these teams that we've been seeing start to develop over the last couple of years are going to start shining through. I mean, who would have thought San Francisco is going to get as far as they did last year? I mean, I don't know how. I'm still going to say they threw the Green Bay threw that game or Aaron Rodgers threw that game no matter what. Um, but that being said, I
They
think
still
they
got
showed a
there
lot of
somehow.
potential. Debo didn't. I mean, they need to get a running back, so Debo's not asked to do pretty much everything on the offensive side of the ball. I think Trey Lance is supposed to be pretty solid, man. So, you know, if Garoppolo can push the team that far, and that guy's supposed to be better than Garoppolo, then I think they're going to be a good team. So,
So the San Francisco dynamic is pretty interesting to you.
yeah, and I'm
No.
interested to see how Kansas City does because they've been really dominant the last 5 years. Um, but they got rid of Hill, um, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much better that's going to make Miami because I mean I just think that puts more pressure on Hill to work his magic because I don't think Tua can throw the ball as well as Mahomes. And I'm sorry, that's just it is what it is, man. Nobody's going to be able to convince me otherwise. We can watch game till I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Um, but that being said, I think a lot of these teams are getting a lot better. It's not so much like an open and shut case as it has been. So I think that's really going to play into making these games competitive, and there's nothing better to watch than a close game. It doesn't have to be high scoring. I mean, there's a lot to be said about good defenses.
And do you think well, what I think is the standard in the NFL is it, because it kind of does seem to kind of shift on a dime sometime. But you do you think this is still more era? It's like, dude, the way that the NFL is this fast pace,
Mm,
quick, high tempo offense, moving the ball down the field very, very quickly, moving the quarterback to get the defense to move and shift the field and just do everything you can to change the angle on the field because that's what a mobile quarterback does.
yeah,
It's just not about, hey, I can run the ball if I have to. That's
yeah,
like really not what we mean by a mobile quarterback is. Can you create a little bit of time? Can you move in the pocket to find a different angle? Now the guy's open, but if you don't see that, you don't have that angle, he doesn't look open to you.
yeah.
Because, I mean, no, everybody knows I'm a fan of the quick, high tempo shotgun, just like my Buffalo Bills run right now. We ran that in the early 90s, man, and we were the best team the NFL has ever had the good grace to see and watch play on the field, man.
Okay.
And Jim Kelly ran that offense to perfection, and that's what every young new style team is trying to do.
Well, I'd say almost to perfection because you had four chances in the Super Bowl and you couldn't pull off any. So I don't know how perfection works, but usually that means you excel to the highest point. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I do think that it is kind of like the way that quarterbacks play right now. One thing I can say is it doesn't create longevity, man. I think you really start dialing yourself in after a couple of years of experience and learning that the pocket is your friend. That's how
Right.
you see these quarterbacks playing for 10 years. And
Yeah, because it's hard to be Steve Young and, run and do all this. And then at the end of your career, just turn into Peyton Manning
yeah, you're
or
right.
Tom Brady. All of a sudden, not run? No, when I can't run, I don't play.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're right. There's not that longevity.
I mean,
at
you even
all.
see like Russell Wilson, man. He used to run up and down the field, but he's kind of taking a step back from that kind of play. Not saying he doesn't. He's still not. He is quick, but he's learned to kind of buy his time. And I do think what you're saying about the angles and creating different angles because you're mobile. I think that is a good solution for the short term, but long term, I think you need to learn to see those angles with your eyes, not make them with your body. You need
Yeah,
to
but if you
know,
can move in the pocket, but
of
you
course,
also what you're doing is you're also moving the defense around.
you're right. No,
If you
I
can
do understand what
step
you're
up
saying.
in the pocket, that defensive end, he's got to change his route now because he
No, that's
moved.
true. That's true.
That's why, like, you're sitting there, the quarterback sits there for 3 seconds, and you're like, step up. And he sits there,
Yeah.
step up in the pop. Ooh. And then he just gets blah, like that, dude. Oh, it's not pretty.
I mean, so yeah, I guess short, simple. I think that you are a better quarterback when you learn to sit in the pocket, but overall, with all the new rules and how much they protect the quarterback and
They're still
just the
scared to
build
get hit, though.
upon every
It
year,
don't
of
matter
course.
about the rules, man. They're still scared to get
But
hit.
I know, but like it's really you gotta. This is a very small window that you can hit the quarterback safely and without getting penalized for it. And as a quarterback, you don't want to get hit. So really, you should be learning to stay in the pocket and trust your pocket or trust your offensive line. But at the same time, I just think it's a build upon. You see all these guys coming in. This is what the new quarterbacks do. So as time progresses, of course, the new quarterbacks are just going to follow that trend.
Right.
You
All
know,
right. So, week one. Week one. Oh, football. Here we go, man. Uh, these matchups are no particular order because I don't want to talk about the first game first.
I was going to say, you know what we should do? We should do a contest and win losses, right? No. And then the one at the end of the season wins. How
Dude,
many we did?
hey, we can do whatever. This is all on the record, so it's not like we don't have game tape we can go back to fill in all the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Indianapolis versus Houston, man. How how do you see this game going? Our friend Justin believes this is Indy's game to lose.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's no reason Houston should win.
Yep, yep.
I mean, they could
I
literally hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor every play, and Houston couldn't stop him. And they would know. He'd just say it. I'm taking the ball this one again.
all right, all right. Here's a I think later in the season could possibly be a good matchup, but week one, I think this is lock, stock, and barrel for Cincinnati over Pittsburgh.
It should be. It should be. I thought
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. I mean, I thought Cincinnati was really good last year.
Oh
I mean,
no.
really good.
Yeah. I thought Cincinnati was really, really good too, man. So I'm definitely taking Cincinnati over Pittsburgh, and I probably don't even care what the spread is either.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna look at it just to make sure, but I probably don't care. Baltimore and the Jets, man.
Um, it's gonna fall to Baltimore, but I really want the Jets to win. But it's probably gonna be Baltimore. I really do. I don't want. I'm sorry. I just
Oh
I just don't really believe in Baltimore that much. But I mean, all their team was really injured last year, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that
yeah,
maybe
that's the
that's just
thing.
me just being a hater.
Yeah, 'cause
And I don't think
I
Lamar
got
Jackson is as good as everybody thinks he is.
yeah, but they're still better than the Jets.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I have Baltimore. Justin has Baltimore. Justin has Cincinnati also, by the way, too.
Word.
Um, New England and Miami. Um,
This one's a
I
little bit
have this.
closer than I thought it would be, honestly. If you asked me this at
Yeah,
the beginning of the summer.
I have this for New England. I think they could both end up with similar looking. Either one of them could win 8 games. Either
Yeah.
one of them could win 10 games, or they could both win 5. That this team is such in a limbo. There's such a turning point for the current franchise and regime. A very critical turning point.
It's gonna be close.
It's going to be either way, man. But I think they could be good. I don't think they're good enough right now. But Justin has Miami taking this. I will not go with Miami. I'm going with New England.
Yeah. Safe money's on New England. But
The,
I don't know, man. I just got this feeling when you asked me that just to say Miami.
uh, yeah,
But
you can't do it.
I'll go with Miami.
Hey, all right, check that down, Mr. Producer. Uh, no, all right. This is an interesting. Well, not interesting in the head-to-head matchup, really, but
Mm.
I think this is a very, very critical series for the Raiders. I don't expect them to win either one of these 2 games, but if they could keep this close, I think they'd be very, very happy. But I got the Raiders losing to the Chargers.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the Chargers are gonna win. Um, it will be cool though to see how well the Raiders do. Though that'll definitely kind of tell me how they're gonna do the rest of the year. Because that's probably gonna be one of the biggest competitions this year. So
Right. No, I think it's a pretty critical
I mean, but
matchup
just
for
like what
them.
we said about Tua and Hill, I mean, Carr's not Aaron Rodgers, so we'll see. You know, because I know Devontae Adams is really good. We put him in that elite status, but you know, how much of that was him? How much was Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from him. I'd still draft him if he was on the board. You know.
Right. What let's go Cleveland at Carolina.
This one's gonna be fun to watch, and I think it's gonna go. Who's gonna be the Browns quarterback? The guy that starts with a B. Bristol. What's his name? Brissett.
Brissett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that who's throwing the ball for him right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And McCaffrey's running the ball for Carolina, right? I'll give it to Carolina.
You know what? I like this. I like this. This is definitely I had this is the Cleveland win. Uh
Well, that's when we didn't know. I think whenever we were doing that win loss thing, unless
yeah,
you just
but
redid it.
no, this is a loss for Cleveland, a Carolina win.
Yeah, I think so.
Justin agrees too. That's what he had. Let's see. Let's just do it. Thursday night
You
football
couldn't
kicking
resist.
off
You're like, I can't. I
the
gotta talk
new
about it.
season. Oh man, we're talking about how excited we are.
Oh
And
shoot,
the
man.
first game we're getting treated to. All possible Super Bowl matchup. Is it? I don't know. I think it is. But man, here we go. SoFi Stadium, man. Thursday night football, the first game of the NFL season.
Yeah.
Rams and Bills. How you see this going down, man?
Uh, it's gonna be close, dude. I think it's probably gonna go to the Rams though.
Ah, yeah. I mean, you're probably not
And
very
also, it
wrong.
depends on how your running back situation is.
I think anyway, our running back situation is great. Whoever we pick is going to excel,
Not if your name's
and is
Singletary or Moss. I mean, we've seen what they
huh?
can do. I said, not if your name's Singletary or Moss. No, you know, I mean, we've seen what they can do.
Oh man. So the Rams, I
It's
think
hard to
Buffalo
stop
can.
Cooper Cup, bro. It's hard to
I
stop
think,
Cooper Cup.
I think Buffalo could win this game. This is a game I would stay away from.
I wouldn't
Uh,
put money on this game.
yeah, I would
No,
stay far, far away from this game.
neither team's gonna
Uh,
get blown out. Whoever wins, whoever loses, it's gonna be a neck and neck for sure.
but I think it's going to be an amazing game.
Yeah,
There's a chance we get edged out, which I'm not going to be too broken heart about it because when we played the Giants and when we played the Cowboys in the Super Bowl that season, we played them in the regular season and beat them, and then we lost to them in the Super Bowl.
sound like a Cowboys fan talking about these games from the '90s over and over again.
Oh,
Remember
it
that
was
one
such a
time
great
back in the
era, dude.
'90s we were good.
All right, whatever, man. Uh, all right.
I'm just
Baltimore over
saying
the
the night, dude. That
Jets.
was like almost 30 years ago now.
Washington, Jacksonville.
Washington, definitely.
Yeah, I have Washington too. Uh, Tennessee beats the Giants.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Probably the most horrible game of the week. Denver at Seattle. I think Denver can win that game.
So like everybody that traded teams gonna play each other the first week or what?
Like, how
Like, come
amazing
on, right?
is
I mean,
that?
not saying I don't believe in coincidences, but it seems like a lot of coincidences. Um, I mean, it should be Denver, right? It should be Denver.
I have Denver. Yep.
Yeah.
Kansas City at Arizona.
This one's gonna go Kansas City.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Arizona's not gonna be bad, even though I'm not like I don't
right,
know.
we're not crapping on Arizona. Don't worry. Don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna come after you, man. Well, I mean, they might. They're like,
I
what?
just
Why
think
you
they're
hate us? It's like,
yeah.
dude, I thought there's one game I didn't pick you to win. What do you mean? Why do I hate you?
Yeah. I think
I
Connors
just
is
didn't pick
awesome.
you to win.
Yeah. So
Oh man.
or Connor.
Uh see, we did Chargers over Raiders. Do. Chicago and San Francisco.
Should be San Francisco.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Detroit, Philly.
Philly.
Philly. Man. What about Green Bay, Minnesota?
Oh, this should have been a good one. Minnesota. I don't think. I mean, who's
Minnesota.
who's
I'm
Aaron
sticking with
Rodgers?
Green Bay.
Who's throwing the ball? Who's Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to?
Uh Lizard or
Lazard.
Lazard or
Lazard's the number one now, and you got AJ. Who is it?
Dylan,
AJ Dillon probably running. No, who's the other one?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones running the ball for you as your number one. Yeah, sorry, bro. You're probably going Minnesota this one.
Oh, you're better. You're better than Minnesota. Sorry, he's not here to defend. You're better. You're still better than Minnesota.
I just don't think Green Bay is gonna finish as high as everybody like thinks they are. I mean, Lazard's really good. Don't get me wrong,
We're
he
not
really
talking about
is.
where they finished, man.
I know, but
We're
that's
just
what I'm
talking
saying.
about Minnesota, Green Bay.
I think this first game Minnesota's going to take it. I think
It is in Minnesota.
it's going to take a little second for Green Bay to turn it up.
I'm sticking with Green Bay here. You can bow to the guest if you want to, but I
What
won't.
are you talking about? I don't even like Minnesota. I don't like Green Bay
Okay,
either. So,
we did Washington over Jacksonville. Philly, Detroit. Yeah, we
um,
did Philly.
yeah.
Giants, Tennessee. Tampa Bay, Dallas.
Is Tom Brady taking some time off?
No, he just wasn't around. He
I
was
know.
missing.
I just I heard him. I heard him as like I'm not like personally. I think he's having problems outside of football, so I think that's going to
Oh,
kind of play into his season this year. And plus, he didn't have that time during training camp to really like get acquainted with his new offensive line. So
hmm
I could see Dallas taking this game. It's hard to give Tom Brady an L. It really is. Like, but he is getting older, bro, and I think his age is hitting him all at once here. You know,
yeah,
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
When I'm 45, I hope I'm not good shape, but he's even coming out and saying like, "Yo, man, like I'm getting old, bro." And if he's saying
Right.
that, he's feeling it, and stuff's going on, weighing on his mind, the lack of practice. I mean, not that Tom Brady needs to practice, but everybody else needs to practice with Tom Brady.
Right, because it's a cohesion
Yeah,
and blah blah blah. Yeah, exactly. And for the last game, New Orleans and Atlanta.
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Me too.
Jameis
Me
Winston,
too.
353 touchdowns.
I don't care about the quarterbacks, dude. Don't give me no stats from that game. Just New Orleans win.
Just letting you know.
That's
You
it.
said it
I don't
here
care
first.
about it. I don't care. I
When it
don't care.
happens,
No.
man,
No.
woo!
No.
Can't wait
Dude,
for that.
stop it. No.
I can't
Oh
wait
my
for 2 weeks
god,
from
dude.
now.
Stop it, man. Dude,
Hopefully,
oh,
my
dude. You can
my
have them. You
Winston
take them
jersey
all
comes
day,
in
dude.
before then.
Take them all day. And this box of candy, man. You
Yeah,
have a grand old time.
mm-hmm. When he's killing it. The
He
Saints
ain't
are
gonna be
awesome.
killing it, dude. He ain't gonna be.
Nah, because
But
it kind of seems like
yes,
Kamar's.
I'm a hater. I do not like
Yeah,
him one
I
bit.
know
I
you
have
don't.
never
I
liked
know
him.
it's okay.
There's
It's because he went to
nothing about
Florida. That's why you
there
don't
is
like him. That's
nothing.
the
He was
only
at Florida
reason. He was a
State, not
gator, not a
Florida.
crane. You would have loved him if he was a bird.
He was a
But
Seminole. He was a
oh,
Seminole, not a
I thought you went to.
gator.
Okay, shows how much I know. But you just you don't. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I don't think Kamar's trial is going to go to next year, so I don't think he's going to get suspended this year. I think he'll get
And he
suspended
stole
next year.
lobsters, man. He stole lobsters.
So what, bro? When he's throwing 350 and 3 touchdowns to Michael Thomas, and then Kamara's running another 1 or 2 in a game, we'll talk.
I mean, we have had certain guys on certain teams that, did a little bit more than
I'm just saying the
that.
4 games he played last year. I know that's a small sample, but he was throwing over 300 yards and 3
Yeah.
touchdowns a game before he got hurt.
I'm not saying that, Jameson was a murderer or played college football with a murderer, but,
So,
you know,
so did I mean
Tim Tebow.
so did Tebow. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to bring it up because of all the
That's who
tragic
I brought
stuff
him
that
up on.
happened to that gentleman.
Oh,
But
dude, tragic, man.
yeah,
And Tim Tebow played alongside all that, dude, but he was such a great,
I think that had a lot to do
great guy.
with head
The
trauma.
trash college that he went to.
Mm, I don't know about that. He won state.
I mean, we don't have the greatest history either.
He won state. Florida's
So,
consistently
the whole
trouble.
state is, man, we're all
The
a bunch of
school has gotten into a fair amount
troublemakers,
of trouble.
dude.
But
Yeah,
here nor there,
right.
have you
The
seen those
NFC
new like
North,
padded
man.
helmets that they're wearing?
Oh, hey, dude. Cool. Good for them, man. I hope it helps.
Yeah, I wasn't hating on it. I mean, I wouldn't want
I know,
brain
I know.
damage.
You asked me what I thought about them.
Yeah.
I hope it helps, dude.
Hmm.
I
I
know a
don't know
lot of the
how
guys
it's
don't
gonna.
like it.
It'll help them practice, but it's not like they're gonna wear them all the time.
Right.
Well, you know what? You know, you
So
got
let's go
104
into
guys out
the
there with pad helmets on.
right. So for these last few minutes here, man, let's
Man, dude, I really do my
how
research on this Vikings team too. We're not even gonna really talk about it.
how what's the like? Cause like, dude, I got them for like 6 to 7 wins, man. There's probably a couple wins that are coin flips that I'll flip on and give them a few more wins, but hell if I can get to 10. Vegas can't get to 10. They're at
I
eight
think
and a
10's a
half.
little far fetched, man. I'm thinking they're gonna
So
finish until.
how
I
and this
know.
team is good. Everybody says this team is good, but this is not a playoff team.
I think you got good players, but there's stuff that's missing. And I think, um, you know,
Right.
there's a lot of new stuff that's happening to that team, like we talked about earlier. I think what did we
Yeah.
come up with? 6 wins, 6, 7 wins,
6 to 7 wins, yeah.
and we're a couple. We're like 2 wins off of one to
Well,
two wins
Vegas
off of
has
like yeah, because it's what eight,
there's
nine,
a
nine,
coin
eight.
flip against the Jets, the Cardinals, the Saints could possibly go either way.
I could give them the Jets as a coin flip. I know what we talked about, but
Right.
I could give them that game, which would give them 7 wins, right?
Yeah. It's just we're all rooting for this team. This team's a beautiful story, but like it doesn't even look like a playoff team.
Yeah. I just
They're probably good enough to be a playoff team. You look at their roster and everything. I mean, okay, here like Kirk Cousins, not exciting
I
whatsoever,
mean, he's a
man.
500 quarterback, bro. I
Right?
mean,
Everybody wants to tell you about how great Kirk Cousins is.
well, because he got that huge deal, right? And he was like the first quarterback to
Uh,
get a deal like that. One of the first.
Delvin Cook, uh,
Dalvin Cook is good,
Delvin
but he
Cook
only
is a
scored six
really
touchdowns
good
last season.
running
You're
back.
acting like
Yeah,
he like went off.
they got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Uh, that's a great 1-2 combination.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was looking at KJ Osborne too, man. I think maybe he might. I mean, he's a good number 3 for them, but I think with Thielen goes, man, I think he might swing at that number 2 spot.
yeah.
I think where their weak spots are, though, is the defense. It's injury prone, it's thin. They're kind of working out some situations with their right guard and their center.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and then they got a bunch of rookies in the secondary trying to learn a new system. And so it's kind of hard to be a playoff contentious team. I don't think they're going to beat Green Bay. I think they're going to be fighting for a wild card spot. If
Dude, if they make it to fight for a wild card spot, dude, then uh,
yeah,
like I mean, I'm not a Minnesota fan, so
they're
what
going to
do I
be in the
care?
hunt. They're going to be in that in the hunt category.
I think that's a great season for him.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disrespect them, man, but like I'm trying to be an all-encompassing NFL fan and look at and I just can't find it. Green Bay, okay, you can argue with me why I have them. I mean, we had them. They're not going to win 11 to 13 games. They're probably going to win 10,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12 games.
I think Green Bay is going to do what they always do and somehow get those wins, man. They consistently have 10 plus wins a
But
season
yeah,
for the
because it's
last
such a
several
hard
seasons.
place to go play.
Yeah. Well, and really, I mean,
They
they've
can play like
struggling with running back
trash in
last
Green
year.
Bay, dude. They can play like utter trash and
Yeah.
still pull the game out
I
because
mean,
that
Aaron
is a
Rodgers only really needs
horrible
like
place to
2 or 3
play.
chances to get the ball down the field. The dude's a gunslinger. I
Yeah,
will give him that.
because you can't do crap when you go to Green Bay.
But he's not elite. He only won 1 Super Bowl. Let's stop acting like he's the greatest football quarterback in the world.
Oh, dude, he's the greatest quarterback to win one ring, man.
Yeah. But I will give Kirk Cousins his due, man. 4,221 yards last year. I think
What?
that with,
And they beat us these stat that I tell you he should be a top 5 quarterback.
I mean, fantasy is getting
Who
you like
has him in the top
15.
10?
Yeah.
I think normally historically I would guarantee lock, stock, and barrel your Minnesota defense to be up in the top 5. Maybe not every
Yeah.
week, but more weeks than most.
Well, an
Um,
interesting fact I found out was, and since it's been 62 years since they've gone back to back seasons with 400 plus points, and they've done that the last 2 seasons. So it's hard to say their defense is firing.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
I think it
and
just
there's
comes around jet. Sorry, man. Go for it.
no, their skill positions aren't horrible, man.
They're really not. And I think that's the problem is like, you got Jefferson, who's potentially, top three wide receiver.
Hmm.
Um, you know,
You have to sit down and listen to the argument, even if you don't have them in the
you
top 3.
know,
I think you have to sit down and listen
yeah.
to somebody tell you why he should be in the top 3. I'll probably listen to Jamar Chase guy tell me why he should be in
I
the top
honestly
3
think
too.
it's Cup, Chase, and then I do think that Chase is going to get you more points though this year on fantasy than anything. I think that should be your number one wide receiver pick is Chase. If you're smart, just because there's so much talent on the Rams, that ball does get spread around. Not saying the Cup's not going to get you those solid
No,
points every week because it is,
no, good
but
quarterbacks spread the ball around. They don't care who you are. Are you going to be at the spot I'm throwing to
yeah.
when I think you're going to be there?
I'm not saying Tyler Lockett isn't good or Higgins, right? Higgins is actually their number two, I think, behind Chase this
I
year.
like Higgins too.
Yeah. Um,
It's a gamble from a week to week thing.
yeah. You're right.
I
It
I don't
always
think
is.
I don't think Thielen is the threat
Not like he
as
used to
far
be.
as fantasy guy thinks to getting targets over Jefferson.
He got the
That
same amount of touchdowns last year as
yeah,
Jefferson. You know that?
but
He's touchdown apiece.
I think if you're a Chase owner, I think you're more worried about Higgins than Jefferson owner is worried about Thielen.
Probably, yeah.
And Minnesota's
Yeah,
having a
definitely.
tight. Minnesota has a tight end issue right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. I don't know,
So
man. I heard,
I
I
don't know when
mean,
Smith is supposed to be back.
yeah,
If
they're
he'll
saying
be
this is going to be
back.
his breakout year. Like last year was supposed to be his breakout year, but he got injured. Like apparently, I don't
Yeah,
know. It's the weather up there in
he's
Minnesota, but
unquestionable,
people
man.
seem to get injured there pretty regularly,
Yeah,
and
and
that's the
like you
problem with
said,
Cook.
the line issue is a mess
Yeah,
for Minnesota. And that's not good because one thing you need, whether it be if you're running the ball or throwing the ball, you need time.
yeah, you
Because you
definitely need
see
time.
running back stop and wait for that hole to
Yeah,
develop.
hold open.
Well, if the hole he's waiting to develop doesn't happen
Yeah,
because you get smashed, he just he's just sitting there like an idiot and he's going to get killed because he's just standing there waiting for the hole. Oh, where's the hole, guys? Crap.
I know.
This is going to hurt.
And Cook's kind of brittle. I'm not trying to be rude, but like he's gotten injured every year he's played,
He's
and he's been out for
shifty,
multiple
and
reasons.
that's what saves him. And he could have had a worse injury if he wasn't so
He
shifty.
is he is a very good running back. His problem is just that he's got that injury concern,
Hey,
man.
this is a Florida State guy that I'm saying is really good. So if y'all want to be like, okay, he is being kind of fair. He did just crap on Florida there for a second.
And the last 2 years, everybody's blaming Mike Zimmer and how this is going to be like a new, a new deal under O'Connell. But still,
This is what I would have loved to ask Justin about was the whole Zimmerman dynamic, man, and like how that all went over in Minnesota Viking land.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't think he was a horrible coach, man. I didn't think
Oh,
much of
Justin
anything
complained
that
about him
ever
all
went.
the time. I know that much.
Huh?
I know Justin complained about him all the time last year.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Wait, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Because I'm gonna say I always thought he wasn't the issue. It wasn't his problem. Like, what could he control? But oh, never mind then. Just
yeah.
he complained about him. Okay. So I think it'll be an interesting division in the sense of the development of Fields,
Yeah.
because I think that will dictate Chicago a bit. I still don't know if they can hit that over under, but I think Fields can be a good quarterback. Detroit, I like Campbell, man. I really do. I think he's a decent coach. I, I don't think Detroit's in the picture much.
Man, Detroit hasn't been good since Megatron left, bro. They've been struggling ever since then.
So it's Minnesota has the best shot,
They'll finish second in
but
their division,
I think Minnesota clears second. Yeah,
but I don't think they're gonna take their first spot. If they get into the playoffs,
if they get into the playoff,
they're
right?
definitely not gonna. I mean, the Rams, Tampa Bay, those teams are gonna easily take them out.
I I would too. We're talking about maybe a wild card team, and I don't think that wild card game goes very good for you.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably just be happy that you made it to the playoffs, but still, we'll see. You froze, Brit.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was
I
like,
was gonna
cool, you
say I
froze
don't.
right at the end.
Yep. I don't think that wild card game goes very good
Probably not.
for Minnesota. It'll be on the road. Let's see if
Yeah,
they get in. But we could be wrong. We could be wrong, man.
could
But
be.
when we talked about the NFC North, when we went through the schedule, like we talked glowingly about Minnesota. Like we tried to find their wins, man.
Yeah,
Ah, but not this year.
probably not.
But
Might not happen from this year.
yeah, but Justin, you can get me back because you do have to come to Orchard Park. I know you're used to playing in the cold inside, and you're going to have to play outside. Vikings, Bills, week 10.
Oh, that's pretty far off. Week 10.
Yep, I can eat some crow. But Donnie, my friend, I thank you for joining me,
Yes, sir.
going through this once again
Yeah.
here on Full Time Sport Network, presenting Through the Table, covering NFL, everything NFL. Next week, early start time. We're probably going to start somewhere between 5 and 5:15 because at 5:30 Central Time, fantasy football draft. How
Oh,
excited are
yeah.
you, man?
I'm super excited. I am.
Oh man, me too.
I am. I am. I really am.
Oh, I cannot wait for it. So,
I can't wait to crush everybody's spirits.
so everybody, have yourselves a great week. We will see you next week here on FTSN. And Donnie, my
Y'all have a
friend,
good one. Thank you, Brett. Thanks, FT Sports.
everybody,
Appreciate you guys.
y'all take care. Have a great week.